This time on SFC Garage. Hey, what's up guys? Today is July 17th, and I got some tickets to the Northwest Nationals, which will be Friday through Sunday, and I plan on taking my 85 Chevy Caprice. Before we do that, we got a few things we got to work on. First off, I got a bulge on one of the tires, so I need to swap my tires out. That'll also lift the car up a little bit, which is the other problem. The exhaust on the car is the first exhaust system I ever put together, and it's kind of angling downwards towards the ground. And I don't think I can do anything about that today, but I have some some of those Monroe spring-assisted shocks, so we'll be throwing those in. We might take a look. I've been mysteriously losing oil somewhere. I don't know where, but we'll take a look for that. So let's head outside and I'll show you guys what we're working on. Hey, so here's that exhaust I was talking about. It's the first one I ever kind of put together. Like half of it's welded, half of it's not. It's kind of held together with some different clamps and stuff. Kind of afraid to start taking it apart to try to re-angle it, but this is kind of what I'm talking about. With the Mickey Thompson tires I have on there, the mufflers, you know, it's like going over speed bumps, will smack the ground. So I'm a little worried because the parking lot is it's like a dirt field. There's some big dips, so I'm a little worried about tearing off the exhaust, but I think we'll be okay after putting those older tires I have back on. And I'll show you guys those shocks here. Anyway, so here are the tires that I usually have on the car, and these are the old ones that I used to have on the car, but here, come take a look. I don't know how well it'll come up on the camera, but on two of my front tires, I think I hit some potholes. I got some pretty mean bulging happened in several spots, which is making me a little nervous. But I do have some replacement tires on the way. I just don't have time to install them. And plus, my older tires here, which I used to have on the car, are a bit taller. The only issue is they do have some dry, they are a little cracked and dry rotted, which I'm a little worried about. And I'm pretty sure I remember them vibrating on the highway, but I guess we'll find out about that. But yeah, we'll get these guys installed on the car and see how much more clearance we have with that exhaust. So one of the things I wanted to get done was to get these installed. I have these for the back and these for the front. These are like the Monroe. They're for like towing and hauling to keep your ride height after you put weight on the car. I have air shocks in the back, but literally overnight they'll lose air. And I've replaced air lines multiple times. I've replaced the shocks in the past. I've just been having issues, so I thought I'd give these a try instead. And then the front springs are really worn out, so I'm hoping these will be a little bit stiffer and stop the car from bottoming out as much on some of the bumps, speed bumps, and out in that field I was talking about. So let's get these guys installed. Before I get started here, I just wanted to preface this video just by saying that some of you viewers might find what I'm about to do quite shocking. Some would argue it's not how big your extension is, it's how you use it. so change of plans after taking a look at the air shocks. I think they'll be okay over the weekend, and it's a lot tighter in there. I remember I put those in before I ran the exhaust out the back, so it's kind of tight getting my hands in there. So we'll see if we can't get by with these air shocks. In other words, my brother just informed me that I'm also a quitter, so just taking the easy way out. Hey, what's up guys? Here at Stratford Cash Garage, we'd like to remind you, always clean your nuts. Nobody likes dirty nuts. So one last thing before we head off here, I've been losing oil. Don't know where it's going. I have a couple ideas, but I know for a fact it is leaking here at my gauge. I know that because the floor is all oily. It's like an oil slick down here. And every time I take it out on the highway, my shin gets a nice coating of motor oil. So we're just going to snug this guy up. We're going to take a look, going to check the oil, see if we can see any other leaks. But if not, we're just going to hit the highway, head to the racetrack. So we check the oil one more time before we head off, and as I figured, gotta add quite a bit. Well, it's July 18th, and I just checked the oil. Everything looks good, so we're gonna go racing.
When you arrive at the NHRA Nationals, it's an amazing audible experience. Admittedly, on Friday and Saturday I arrived a little later than I'd hoped, but instantly, when pulling into that parking lot, you hear it. 12,000 horsepower. It's such a unique sound, the floor shakes, your hair stands up. If you're close enough, it pushes you back. Your eyes water, your skin tingles. It's the coolest show on earth. I decided to sit behind the burnout box, but regardless of where you're seated, it's an adrenaline-fueled experience. One of the coolest things as well is the ability to walk around the pit. You might see a team tearing an engine apart, a car heading for the staging lanes, or even your favorite driver ready to sign some autographs. And the nitro cars aren't the only attraction. You also get to see the fastest pro stock, alcohol cars, motorcycles, you name it. Friday and Saturday went amazing, so I was stoked going into eliminations on Sunday. Car's running great and everything. Pretty sure we fixed that gauge leaking, but it's definitely hemorrhaging oil and leaking somewhere. The only plus side is it kind of smells like the racing oil I put in it. When it burns, it kind of smells like frying up bologna or Spam, which is kind of nice, but it's definitely leaking a lot of oil. Other than that, though, the shocks and everything are good. We didn't bottom out in the field, so that's a plus. But just on our way home, that was day one down. I think we're just gonna make a stop here at O'Reilly's and check the oil again. Whole trip, all we've been smelling is burning oil. Yeah, I don't have any oil in there, so I'm gonna run in, go grab a couple quarts. Having to stop for oil will become a reoccurring theme over the weekend. Must have had to have stopped maybe 3 or 4 times at O'Reilly's in an AutoZone. At the very end of the event, I finally figured out where all the oil was leaking from. It was partly getting kicked out of a bad-fitting PCV grommet, but most of it was a crack in a valve cover gasket at the very back side of the engine. It was leaking right where I couldn't see. Needless to say, I have some gaskets and a better PCV setup ordered on the way, which I'll install in an upcoming video. The only pro to parking in the lot that we did was it was a dirt lot. So at the very end of the event, luckily there had been so much dust kicked up, it was pretty easy to see the leak, so that was kind of a plus. Sunday was awesome. Starting out the day, they had a cool flyover and invited everyone down from the stands to walk the track. I also decided to switch sides of the track, but as I said earlier, no matter where you sit, it's a unique, unforgettable experience. Sunday was also the day that I got to get a signature from none other than John Force. It was super cool. I've been going for about 15 years, but for some reason or another, I've always missed the opportunity to get a signature. In the end, we would see Sean Langdon take the Top Fuel Dragster win over Tony Stewart, and Matt Hagan walk away with the funny car win. But even after the racing is over, everyone is invited down to the track for the winner's circle, where you can see your heroes up close as they are awarded the gold. It's always a blast coming to these events. It's such a cool experience. I hope you all enjoyed watching as much as I did putting this video together, and I hope to see you all in another adventure here on SFC Garage. As always, thanks for watching, everybody.